The wrong sticker. Let's turn that down. Good morning, everybody. Michelle from Rich Living, and this is High Vibes at 5:55. Just turning the music down and doing something unusual today. Just excuse my arm as we go up here. We are going to, oh goodness, I need to put my passcode in. We're going to do YouTube at the same time. Shut the front door. So I have no idea how that's going to pan out. I'm going to put my mic on though, because my mic is plugged into my phone and my phone is doing the YouTube feed. Good morning, Emma. Good morning, Vesna. Don't you love technology? So, don't you love my weird way of doing business? Oh, let's have a crack at that. Let's see if that works. Let's have a crack at that. Oh, let's try that. But that's the way to do it, isn't it? So, how's everybody going? How was your weekend? Everybody had a big week last week. It was massive on so many fronts for so many people. How did the weekend go? Did you manage to get some time out and have some time to yourselves? Did you manage to take a few deep breaths? It was quite hectic last week, and lots of people were feeling that there was I don't know, there was a weird energy last week, wasn't there? There was weird something or others going on. And, you know, there was the tail end of an equinox, a lot of stuff going. You know what I also get to? I get to March and I go, holy shit, we've just done a quarter of the year. Where the heck did that go? So I guess, you know, I don't know. I usually for my money, just hang on a second, I'm just going to quickly share this. For my finances in my business, I do a review, obviously, every quarter. And then I do a review of not of my goals, but of my intentions and the stuff that I wrote at the beginning of the year. So if you've got your playbooks around and you've still got the link for your playbook, you could print it out again and review the last 3 months. So, you know, when you did it at the beginning of the year, you reviewed last year. Maybe you could use this time to do a review of the last 3 months and see how you're going. See if there's something that you really thought that you were going to change in your life and you're noticing that it's not changing at all. What's going on there? It's timely. It's timely to be doing those things. So I've done all of my computer technology stuff and I can see everybody here on board. Wow, yeah, massive week, exhausting, no time to self, sport, more sport. Are we nearly at the end of the term? Totally weird energy, full on. Yeah, I know, I freaked out when it's nearly freaking April. And you know, we come back to that thing too of time is something that we as human beings have created. And this is such an in-depth conversation to have. But there was a time when there was no such thing as January, February, March. There was a time where there was no such thing as 9:30 appointments, 5:55s. There was a time where time did not exist in that structure. Yes, of course, it needs to exist in a structure for us all to operate as human beings, but we also put this pressure on ourselves to fit everything into those certain things when really we're meaning-making machines and we've just made that all way more significant than it needs to be. So if you feel like you need to do a review because it's nearly April, that's fine, but also because it's Monday, but also because you've decided to. So try not to get too hung up on times, I guess. Financially, though, that's a tricky one. Well, because financially, personally, but also financially in the business, you've got to keep track on what you're doing because it's very hard to fall behind. And we do have to allocate everything to time because the world that we live in is all around time. And you know what? I wasn't going to talk about that at all this morning. How unusual. So let me have a quick look over here to what I was going to talk about. And I just noticed my YouTube only does 3.5 minutes. There you go, didn't know that. All right, so self-care is what I wanted to talk to everybody about today, which I guess has something to do with time. I know for me, last week was massive. I know for people in money school, last week was massive. You guys in the Rich Living Room, just everybody around me, my sister, everybody had a huge week. And we still kept going. We still had to do what we had to do. We still had to make lunches. We still had to see our clients. We still had to do videos. We still had to operate and keep life going because consistency works. However, what's really, really important for that consistency to be meaningful and purposeful you have to be the best version of you. There's no point in me getting up here and doing a 5:55 consistently, because I said consistency was important, every weekday if it's not purposeful. And the only way that a 5:55 is purposeful is when I've taken care of myself, when I'm in flow, when I've done my morning routine, when I've made my connections, and when I've done my grounding, and when I've loved myself up. And I have to be really honest with you. I got to the end of last week and realized that I have not been loving myself up as much as I needed to. I think I was doing my normal everyday routine, but if I look back on what I've been doing the last, well, as somebody highlighted to me, since November, it's like top up. It's not filling. So yes, it's been great, and I've been purposeful, haven't I? Fingers crossed you all give me lots of love hearts and lots of likes there. But I was just kind of topping it up. I knew that I had to do it. But not even knew that I had to. I was called to taking care of myself, and I'm always called to that from a place of I'm feeling a bit out of tune, like my car. That just reminds me, my car's got to get serviced today. A bit out of, when it sounds a bit wonky or there's something not operating quite right. So it's my sign to take a step back and go, okay, what have you done today for self-care? But because my routine is, I needed to expand to another level, so I need to fill from a different cup, if that makes sense to everybody. And I need to just chill and read and reflect and reassess and freak out. I needed to do all of that over the weekend to fill my cup back up. All of the overwhelm and the freak out all came with a lot of self-love. But things like long luxurious showers, lovely cups of coffee. I had a lot of time on my own. Yesterday, I think I saw my kids last night, which, I see my kids a lot every day. It was really nice to just to chill and to, watch a bit of Netflix and not be guilty about that. Not be, I could have used yesterday to generate more income in my business, rearrange finances and find out where I was saving money. There were so many financial things that I could have done yesterday, but I wouldn't have been coming from the best version of me. So all would have come from an off the surface kind of place. I'm going to be a much better person today doing that kind of thing than yesterday. So if you're ever in the space where you go, I know I need self-care, but I'm really worried about how I've got a feeling somebody in money school is feeling this way, and they sent a message last night. Is that you? I think. Okay, you know who I'm talking about. So when you're in that space of I really need the money and I really want the money and I'm giving up the money versus looking after myself, always go to the looking after yourself first, because otherwise when you go to that place or go to that client or go to that wherever the next day, there's not a loathing, but there's a feeling of resentment because you're not taking care of yourself. So your energy becomes heavy. And we know that the energy of heavy doesn't work. One day doesn't matter. One day that you're not there, one day that you're not doing your business. Yesterday, one day that I wasn't full on in my business. I know it's a Sunday, but I operate in different hours to the normal world. But it was one day that I wasn't there. Nobody suffered because of that. And they're going to get a much better version of me today. Am I talking to you? Rosie, nice to see you there. Bailey, before I started watching your 5:55s, I had zero morning routine. Now my morning routine is like a breath of fresh air every morning. I feel odd balance if I don't do my walk and my stretch before my start of the day. You know what? I only went to the gym once last week, and I actually woke up this morning and I went, I want, which is really weird for me. I want to go to the gym today. I need to move. I need to stretch. Exactly. I need to love my body. So we all fall out of routine, but get back into it as soon as you can and listen to it, because when we are giving the best of ourselves, we open the space for others to give the best of themselves as well. So as much as I love you guys and working with you and talking with you and doing these 555s, I also do them because I know the ripple effect that me standing here and then to you guys and then on and then on and then on to all the people in your lives, we all are making a difference. So let's always be giving our very best of ourselves. You know, doona days, I love a doona day. I used to do them a lot. And I think you do doona days a lot when you're processing and when you're evolving to the next level. If I think about, oh, I can't even think about because, well, you know, yes, my dad did die, but even after that, there was still times where I just go, I can't be bothered. It wasn't I can't be bothered, it was I have no calling to. I have no calling to do that. I have no calling to do that. So I would just sit around and watch Netflix, not for weeks at a time either. You've got to be careful that you don't go to procrastination or self-doubt. It wasn't about that. I was very clear that I was resting. And there's a beautiful meditation called that Mary Maddox does on Meditation Oasis called Resting in the Source. And just resting and just breathing into the source around you and the, you know, the rushing and the, oh. Absolutely. It's weird that I feel more emotionally and creatively flexible after a good body stretch. Haven't done a Dina day since teens. And you know, we have so much guilt around that. There's so much guilt. If somebody came home and saw that you were watching TV, you know, oh, it's all right. I'm waiting for the washing to stop so I can hang it out. You know, that we need to remove the guilt and bring in the love. You know, yeah, I'm sitting around, I'm watching TV today because I love myself and this is what I need to do. And if that's going to piss you off, partner, or annoy you, then you might just have to leave today and go to the park with the kids. See ya. But this is what I need to do to recharge. I mean, we all do different things to recharge. Oh, there we go. There's a hashtag. They always come, don't they? A hashtag for the Rich Living Room. Recharge. What do you do to recharge? And you watch. Like, I'm sure there's lots. Please don't leave me out on a limb. I'm sure there's lots of people out there that do things that, you know, we would feel guilty about. So let's drop the guilt. Let's drop the guilt and move to looking after ourselves. Because, you know, like I said, looking after ourselves makes us a better mum, a better business owner, a better employee, a better wife, a better daughter, a better everything, a better sister, a better everything. So take care of you before you sacrifice and go to work. Sacrifice. You know, we're back to it's not about the money. You know what? I've just remembered what I was going to talk to you about today. Oh man. Yes, I was going to talk to you about self-care, timeout, and whatever that word down the bottom is. Running. Oh yeah, I don't know. No, I was going to share with you on Saturday morning. Oh yeah, good afternoon nap on the weekend. Me too. I love a nap. Just a 10-minute kip. It's like, woo, I've been asleep for hours. I love those. On the weekend, I did an interview with a lady in America, Dr. Molly. She's a chiropractor and a life coach, and she's putting together Life Beyond Limitations Summit. And I'm the guest speaker about money and the limitations that we have around money. It was a fascinating conversation. So I won't go into it all here, but I will. I'll keep you posted in here so you can have a listen to that. Because at the end of it, I went, it's so great being interviewed by other people because I think they get another version, not another version of me or another level of me. So there's something different because I could hear myself responding to her questions going, oh, I can't wait for everybody in Rich Living to hear this. Samantha Beckman, don't have a routine either. Oh, it's coming. All right, so maybe we can get oh, I haven't seen Robin this morning. Is Robin on here this morning? Oh, there you are. Hey, Robin. Robin, so maybe a hashtag, what did I say? Hashtag recharge. What do you do? Or hashtag, what do you do to recharge? Whatever looks good or works well. And we will keep going with our 555s, our high vibes. I'm feeling much better. Actually, I kind of get here at 4 o'clock and I go, what will I talk about today? And thinking of, there's going to be a day when I'm going to run out of things to talk about. how does Oprah keep going and talk about things all the time? I'm going to have to go back and look at what she talks about. But I started to get overwhelmed and get some pressure and stress around that, which I let it go and I rested in the source. And I went, you know what? Every time I stand in front of the camera and I say, divine intelligence, guide me today, show me, what do I say? I'm open for your guidance with the live at 5:55 this morning. I request that the information you provide me is clear and concise and easy for everybody who's listening to understand. Every time. Every time some gold will come out. It's magic. So I'm not going to run out of things to say. So I need to not put pressure on myself about that. And you guys, relax. Relax into life. Just relax into the living of life. It's joyful. It's easy. When you get those overwhelming, stressed out moments, call on people. Jump in the rich living room. Jump in the rich living room. There was somebody in there who jumped on and said, oh, I've had a crap week. It was awful. And there was all this support and love and encouragement for her. So if you're ever feeling like you are stuck and you just can't get to that high vibe state on your own, call people in. You know, I'm overwhelmed with a lot of work stuff at the moment, and beautiful Michaela and I are meeting this morning to sort it all out and to get a system and to get a bit of a flow and a bit of a structure around what's going to happen next. So call on the people that can help you. Call on the people in the rich living room to help you. There is so much love in that room to help you. Yeah? Eva! Hi again. Beautiful. Nice to see you. Lisa's in the direct line of fire. Eek, what does that mean? What does that mean? Janet. Oh, the cyclone. Who's in the cyclone fire? Oh, Townsville. Yes. Is it still on the road to Townsville? My beautiful sister, Danny, if you're watching, has had the toughest couple of years. Oh, I'm getting emotional. Hang on. We both have. But she also had a marriage separation in there. She's booked this amazing holiday with her and her 2 daughters to go on a cruise tomorrow up the coast into the cyclone. So let's all give her some rich living love and let's gently push that cyclone back out to sea so that we don't, so that she can have a bloody holiday, for God's sake, and that all of those beautiful people up in the cyclone country can be safe. Be safe. Tuesday afternoon it's expected to come through, or Tuesday morning, I'm not sure. So yes, be safe. Lisa will stay in touch with you and find out and keep sending our love to you. Oh yes! Oh my gosh, 40 peeps watching. Where did you all come from? Hello, 40 people. 42 people. Hello, 42 people. Jump on and give me some comments over in the side. And let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're from. We're just talking about cyclones over here in Australia. Oh my God, hurricanes. I think they call them hurricanes in America. Yeah, and we call them cyclones here in Australia. We've got one coming in. It's on the coast now, kind of in between. How do you describe Australia? Halfway down on the right-hand side. Halfway down on the right-hand side to Townsville, who unfortunately cop a bit of a storm when they come through. So sending much love to you. Lisa, they have buses available to evacuate to Cairns. Wow, everything's... sending you loads of love. I hope everybody's safe. We'll send you lots of rich living, pink bubbles. Yeah, let's all push that cyclone back out to sea. Give some energy for it to go away, not come in. Again, let's focus our energy on it moving away, not coming in. See what happens. All right, there we go. So beautiful to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again tomorrow at 5:55 for some more high vibes and hopefully some good news about the cyclone. Okay, bye for now. Thank you.